Hello, Patreon. Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the weekly forecast for the week of May 5th, 2025. My name is Molly Flowers. Let's get into it. The cosmic magnifying glass takes center stage in the first half of May as Jupiter closes in on a square to the moon's nodes, exact on May 15th, and a sextile to Chiron, exact May 18th. Jupiter aspects have 2 to 3 weeks worth of lead in, so we should start feeling those aspects pretty much this week. Jupiter will magnify perfectionistic tendencies, obscuring the goalposts so that perfect becomes the enemy of good. Jupiter's presence in Gemini, the sign of information, cautions you not to believe everything you hear. The gossip mills will be running overtime, and your best bet is probably going to be to steer clear of the issues if you can. Pro tip. If you have something going on that you need to vent about, why not turn to artificial intelligence? I have found ChatGPT to be an incredible sounding board that will never repeat what you say and cause more drama for you, like human sounding boards can. Stick to your own center, your own healing, because the path is being magnified and illuminated, and there are opportunities to move forward toward your own personal growth and well-being. Jupiter's sextile Chiron in Aries opens the road for self-development, expanding your identity and your beliefs about yourself. Journal it, write it down, or clear the air with an honest conversation. The pace of communication and logistics also slows way down on Saturday as Mercury enters Taurus. The weekend looks pretty complicated as Mercury tangles with intense Pluto, bringing uncompromising attitudes to communication and setting the stage for an emotionally complicated full moon that happens on Monday, May 12th. We'll go into it in next week's forecast, which Patreon subscribers already have. So let's talk about your work and your ambitions and your goals. Jupiter squaring the nodes makes things busy and chaotic now through the middle of the month, as I said before. So at work, beware of analysis paralysis, especially the 9th through the 14th, as this Jupiter square the nodes comes to fruition, comes to exactitude. Once it's exact, the energy falls off fairly quickly afterwards, but it's the build up to exact where we really feel the energy of the transit most strongly. So let's talk about love and connection. The planet Venus, planet of love, is going to spend all month, all of May, in feisty Aries, which is a sign of selfishness, but also of self-awareness and self-love. May 5th through May 6th, Monday and Tuesday, are going to be your best days this week to solve relationship issues and clear the air, as Venus sextile Pluto opens the door for softness, spiritual connection, and it makes healing more available. The transformative power of Pluto opens the door to transform a relationship, to have a connection or a conversation that shifts the relationship in some way, either deepening it or just clarifying the issues around it. Gossip can cause problems in a relationship or a friend group, especially May 1st through 14th, basically the whole time, because Jupiter in Gemini, sign of gossip, is squaring the nodes, which are about our connections. Gossip interferes with connections. And assumptions can interfere with connections too. Watch your assumptions, because often we assume things are true about other people that end up not being totally true. So let's talk about health and well-being and physical energy. In medical and nutritional astrology, Jupiter rules the protective function of fat. Jupiter rules the idea of fat and the metabolism of fat in general. That old bugaboo, cholesterol, it's a type of fat, it's a type of lipid that serves a protective function in the body. Cholesterol shows up to patch wounds caused by inflammation in the cardiovascular system. Cholesterol is also the precursor of many of your hormones, including your stress hormones, your sex hormones like estrogen and progesterone and testosterone, as well as adrenal hormones like cortisol. Yeah, stress hormones like cortisol. All right, so fat is really important. And when Jupiter is making important moves throughout the sky, especially a positive, really harmonious connection with Chiron, it may be time to really look at our relationship with fat, you know. And that's something that I could go into as a nutrition therapist. I actually have some chops there as a nutrition therapist that might be interesting to explore at some point. Well, let's look at the moon. Let's talk about what the moon is doing this week. The moon moved into the second quarter on Sunday, May 4th. And the second quarter is the mature waxing phase of the moon. So the new moon has happened, and the moon has been waxing for about a week, and it is getting closer to full. It's more than halfway to full now. And as this week proceeds, it's going to approach full. And that means that the lunar energy, the emotional energy, is building. It's building up to something, and it is coming into a fullness, right? Just like the full moon. And this means that here on Earth, momentum is building for the things you want to do this cycle. The materials and efforts are coming together. You may be bringing other people on board, making connections, telling them about what you're doing, building out your plan, testing it, getting it ready, and starting to get things out in the world, whether it's contacts or a project or you're sending out emails. Things are starting to build towards a peak moment in the lunar cycle, which happens on May 12th. I drew some tarot cards for this week. I pulled the Hermit in reverse and the Eight of Cups. And these are kind of two really different energies, because one of them is about coming out of your shell and the other one is about walking away from something that is not working for you. So you are both kind of moving towards something and moving away from something. Or we are in some way. You know, this is a very general reading, so if it doesn't apply to you, don't worry about it. The Hermit reversed is asking, maybe, where have you been withdrawn for too long now? Is your safe space that you've created, is that feeling more like a confinement now? It may be time to come out of your shell and take a risk. And the Eight of Cups, it represents something that used to be fulfilling, but the juice is all gone out of it now. The juice has been squeezed and there's no more juice left. So the question is, where have you been feeling emotionally stagnant and maybe unconsciously or consciously getting ready to move on, getting ready to depart the situation that's got no juice left? Enjoy your week. Have a great week. Sign up for my Patreon. There is a free membership and you will get emails whenever I post. That's very handy. You'll know exactly when my stuff comes online and it doesn't cost you a thing. Just go to Ms. Flowers Workshop on Patreon. Awesome. Thank you so much and enjoy your week. Take care.